What's up guys, and welcome to my first ever educational Unranked to Masters video. Alois did this on Riven, I'm going to do it on Qiyana right now. This basically means that I will be playing full educational Qiyana games in every single elo bracket from silver up to masters. I'm basically trying to explain everything I can in the best way in order for you to learn something out of it. Obviously guys, it makes a lot of sense to start at your own elo and then basically move up the ranks that you want to climb in order to see how big the gap is that you need to overcome in order to climb. Consider subscribing to my channel, it actually helps me out a lot, and I'm happy to see you in the first game starting right now. Guys, quickly before we start, make sure to check out my coaching below. My Discord link is also there, it's completely free. Over 500 members are looking to improve the Discord, make it bigger, as big as possible, so we can have a nice community there. Check out my Twitch too, everything is linked down below, and now let's jump into the video. Alright guys, here we are with the first match, and we get a pretty hard matchup right off the bat. This is currently silver gold elo. As I said, we are going through every single elo bracket here. And this is high silver, this is like silver 1. And it looks like we have a Zoe matchup. No, it's actually an Echo matchup here. So against Echo, you just have to look out for a couple of things. From the rune setup, I personally like to go for Ultimate Hunter. And since you are fighting Echo a lot, I actually go for Last Stand. And for Presence of Mind, you can also go Cut Down, it's also fine. I think in fight-heavy matchups like this, it's actually definitely fine to go Last Stand over Cut Down, but in like mage matchups, Cut Down is definitely the better choice. At least in my opinion. So we are going Last Stand, Ultimate Hunter, as you can see, this is the rune setup that you go for basically every game with Qiyana. And we are going for the Ignite, right? Because this is a pretty fight-heavy matchup, and you definitely have a lot of killing opportunities into this Echo. Team-wise, we have some AP into them, which is quite nice because they have Tahm Kench and Darius, but it's actually only Swain, so we actually have to see how things how things will play out. The main important thing, guys, with Qiyana is that you actually play your lane pretty well. Okay, so you really need to play your lane well. This means the first 3 waves basically. And it's really important that you have a good early game, specifically with this champion. I mean, it's important for every champion, but specifically with Qiyana, the early game is probably the most important phase of the game. And you can go for longsword 3 pots. It's definitely something you can do if you are not that experienced with Qiyana, because it gives you 1 more trading opportunity since you have 1 more potion. I personally like to go for refill because I do feel pretty confident in the matchup, right? Okay, so against Echo there are 2 things he can do, basically. He can either go for Hail of Blades and start E and try to be annoying, or he can go for Electrocute start and then go Q, basically. Those are the 2 things that he can do. He decided to go for Dark Harvest, which is a bit weird, and I reckon he will actually start Q. You cannot really get push against him, because most of the time an Echo player will actually just try to push out the wave really quick. So what I'll do, I'll actually just wait until the wave pushes into me, and then I'll try to get level 3 on my side of the map. And then I will try to get some good trades onto him. This is basically the thought that I have. And something you can always do, especially if they have a jungler like Teemo, you can place a ward right here at the Raptors just to see when he's actually there. So that's basically what I like to do. And the timing should actually be 120 or 125, because then the enemy bot lane is not standing here anymore. And it's much safer to do it. So I'm actually waiting a bit more, and now I'm starting to walk into it. Placing a ward in here and walking back into the lane. You can start both Q or W, but one trick with Qiyana, don't skill anything level 1. Just wait and see how the wave actually plays out and what the enemy does. So we are just waiting here, not really touching the wave, because we want the wave to push into us. Now I just auto-attack this, and I will just basically W behind his Q, and then get a positive trade that way. So he actually used Q, and I actually just decided to W behind his Q, and that's how I actually got a really positive trade here. I have to be a bit careful because he will hit level 2 of that minion, and I don't have yet, so we could have went for a really nice trade there. And now we're actually just waiting for the wave to push into us in the end. And I want to hit the minions here as slow as possible, guys. So I'm not hitting now, I'm hitting now. And also right here, I'm waiting. And I just want this wave to be as long as possible under my tower. And now he basically just inted, and I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest. That was actually quite interesting. But usually I would get level 3 now, and I would now try to fight against this Echo. I will use a potion, and I will just hold the wave here on my side of the map. And then I will try to get a slow push in. And the slow push is basically a really big wave that you are building up. And you are slow pushing it because you're only last hitting the minions. You're not really hitting them before. Now my wave is already pretty big, so now I will actually try to shove this wave in as fast as possible. This means that I'm actually hitting the minions. And if Echo decides to fight within this wave right here, he actually will not win the trade. Alright, I actually have to flash now, sadly. Okay, let's just Q him here. And I think I should be able to get out. Exactly. So that was actually a pretty nice bait. I didn't expect myself to get a tower shot there, so I actually got out a bit luckily, but in the end it worked out, right? I personally build Yumos currently. In one of my videos I said that Dirk into Profane is nice, and it's definitely a viable option, specifically for low elo, because it's quite easy to build. But I'm currently building Yumos Ghostblade, and then I'm actually going for Profane after that. And if the wave is positioned like this, guys, and it's slowly pushing into you, and you see something like this, a Teemo popping up top lane, there is nothing wrong with starting to path towards topside just to see what's going on, right? And now I see Trinami is going back, and I can walk back into the lane. Because there's nothing else to do in my lane anyways. If I would walk into the lane, nothing would really happen, right? So it's a better choice to go for a roam and then just switch targets as soon as nothing is happening anymore. Okay, we dodge out on that. And now I'll actually just try to slowly get these minions here. Farm as well as I can. And then when Echo actually walks up to close, I will try to get a nice E onto him, or maybe just an EQ. I will even bait him to go in right here, but he's not actually doing it because I have a level advantage, so he cannot really fight against me. E auto Q. Now I'll grab my rock, and I will rock out of the W here. This is just a feeling you have to develop of like when will Echo actually go for the W and where will the W be, right? Also you can see the animation, so it's actually pretty easy for you to predict where he will actually place the W. And now I actually think that I can hit a WQ here, as you can see. Teemo is there, but I think this is actually a troll. So, okay, he was actually really fast there. I didn't expect my Q to not hit. And now what I will do is I will actually just push this wave as slow as possible. I could also try to fast push it because Echo took a reset, but he can lose like 1 or 2 minions here if I push this really slow. So I'm just letting these minions die. It basically means that he gets less gold and less experience, and those things actually count. And now we are just chilling here, last hitting the minions and waiting for the Echo to come back, and then we can maybe get another good trade on. So we are just playing this super slow right now. And I actually think that I can even kill him, because I had a 2-level advantage. And I don't think that Teemo has what it takes to kill me here. So I will just Q him, grab grass, and wait for my Kha'Zix. Wait for the Teemo to actually go in stealth here. Exactly, just like that. And Teemo will die here. It's like guaranteed that he will die. Bro, what are you doing? No? Okay. I actually thought that we could kill the Teemo there, but... Okay, Tamo's actually pathing towards mid lane. Yeah, I actually didn't see that. Okay, and now we are taking a reset. I will keep building into my Yumos here. I actually also have the gold for boots. The reason why I'm not buying Sweeper now is because I don't have a pink ward. I personally really like to buy a Sweeper when I actually have a pink ward. Simply because you have 0 vision if you go for a Sweeper and you have no pink ward. And I don't like to have 0 vision, I like to have at least control on one side of the map. When you come back into lane, it's important that you always hold grass and that you don't really hold rock, in my opinion. So you can actually initiate trades easily. Okay, and I can actually just make Echo walk up here by not posturing aggressively. And now use this minion to hit a Q. Beautiful. And since he's not level 6, I can maybe use that timer in order to get a nice kill onto him. So my E is up right now, and I can actually use this minion here to get 2 nice Qs onto him. And maybe if he doesn't get 6 here, I don't know when exactly he will get 6, I will be able to get a nice little kill. But it could also happen that he will hit 6 right here. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually waiting for the W shield to drop out, and now I'm actually going here because I am level 7, guys. I'm Qiyana, and this is probably the easiest skirmish you can ever go for. So I'll just wait here, auto attack, and then Q the Darius here. My team will keep chasing the Teemo, but I will just go back and actually get Teemos. I could push this wave, but then I would be off tempo. This means that Echo is coming back, he can push the wave, and I'm pretty weak because I didn't go for a buy, right? I didn't reset after getting so much gold, and now I'm coming back to lane, and if I use Yumos, we should be mid lane at a somewhat equal time. And that means that I can get the push again, and I can do stuff on the map. So just imagine I wouldn't take a reset. I would basically be stuck in lane right now, and I couldn't do as much. In this game I'm quite fat, so it would actually work out. But generally speaking, that's not how it works, right? So let's actually just push this wave fast now. I don't really care about getting him behind even further, because to be honest, I want to extend my lead right now with Qiyana. With basically roaming to my team and trying to get a lead there. So as you can see, bot lane is quite far ahead. Top lane is pretty equal. So actually getting a kill on this zombie would be pretty nice. But it won't be as easy because they actually have a time catch. But what I'll do is I'll just position my vision towards bot, because killing a Darius is quite hard. So I want to play towards bot side now. This is a decision I just made. What does this mean? This means every ward that you place is bot side. Every time you look at the map, you look at bot side. And every time you look for a roam, the first thing you look for is bot side, because this is the side you want to be playing around right now. At least that's the decision I made. So with Qiyana, you have to decide at some point which side of the map do you want to be playing around, right? And I just decided that the side of the map I want to be playing around is bot. So I'll just like basically grab ice and I will instantly start pathing bot. Why? Because the wave is not even mid lane right now, and it's a Ken wave. And now we can actually start looking here. Yeah, so he's going now, and as you can see, we are already bot lane and ready to get a really nice kill. And now I can actually just walk back to the mid lane, and I should probably be there on time, simply because I'm looking bot. Now, Kha'Zix has a rampage, I have a rampage, and the game will just get significantly harder for the enemies to play. Let's actually grab grass now. He has no E, so Echo could actually die here theoretically, exactly, because I can actually just bait his R. And I also got this flash, so that's already good enough. So as you can see, guys, you can just ult Echo to get his ult. And if you have your abilities up, you can just kill him after he used his R. So you don't really have to hold your R and wait for his ult. And that's something I really like against Echo specifically. Kha'Zix keeps snowballing the game, which is nice. I have another window here that I can use. As you can see, bot lane is fighting. And honestly, specifically with Qiyana and Yumos, it's very easy for you to just get some really nice ganks off. So we actually just get the Zoe. I actually messed that one up quite hard. And now I will actually just help the Ezreal to push the wave. And then I'll take a reset. Because I can't really walk back into the mid lane right now. You always have to think in wave cycles, and I will probably get this wave if I reset right now. But if I walk mid lane, I will be in a really bad position. So let's actually get pickaxe now, and I think I will also go for a glowing moat, and I'll just run back into the mid lane. And since I use my Yumos always basically off cooldown, you are on the map everywhere basically. So it just came back on cooldown, and I'm instantly using it again. Echo has no ult because we actually fought against him, and as you can see, he just dies again. Perfect. And now what I want to do, since this wave is just arriving, going for a roam right now wouldn't be that good. Simply because there's a mid lane wave meeting, and you do want to push out the wave before actually going for a roam. I have to ping my Swain here because he's actually in a quite dangerous spot. And now I'll just see what's going to happen here. Nothing crazy. And now what I'll try is I'll try to just get this think ward here. I don't really care about getting damaged. And also, as you can see, Teemo doesn't have any vision anymore, probably. So what I can do is I can actually just sneak around here go for a kill on the Teemo. Now I will wait for my W. And I will WQ this Raptor camp and actually walk back into the mid lane. Just because we are aware and we are playing around bot side. So the only side I was actually playing was bot, guys. I was only walking bot, I was only looking bot, all my vision is bot. Simply because it's the decision that I wanted to take. Also because Zoe is basically the only win condition and it's really easy to just shut her down with the team that we have. So I'll just keep pushing this wave, and as you can see I don't really care about my echo anymore. So what we are doing is we are actually just shoving here. And I'm actually only 500 gold off. So I can just wait for my Profane Hydra here and then take a reset as soon as Profane Hydra is available for me to buy.
You know what's hard about being a princess? Nothing.
So we just Q the wave. Yeah, I don't really care. I really just want to get the wave shoved in. I don't really mind what Echo is doing. I mean, he basically has to stay in lane because I'm shoving waves. And what I want to do now is I really just want to be playing around my Kha'Zix. We are both extremely fed. So wherever he goes, I am going basically. Trinamia is not here yet, but I also think that Kha'Zix is fine. So what I could do is I could actually try to sneak in a kill onto the Darius here. Okay, I think Kha'Zix will just jump out. Yeah, exactly, and I'll just walk back into the lane here. I was just trying to hover him a bit. I really didn't want to fight because I do sit on a lot of gold. So I was actually just looking at what's happening, right? And now we are using Yumos to get that one minion and we'll lose it. As you know, every single bit of gold matters. And one more wave here. I think after this wave I can take a reset and then I can easily get my Profane Hydra. So we are just queuing this wave, auto attacking the minions down. Obviously I missed that. Now I double Q this wave. I just wait for the cannon to get low. And now we are actually just taking a reset. Perfect. Drake is up in 10 seconds, so this reset is actually not perfect, but I do get a really big item spike for it, so it's totally fine. I'll just sell my refill here in order to get my Profane Hydra. And I did time my gold a little bit bad because I couldn't get a pink ward yet, so I'm not actually going for a sweeper. And now we actually have to ping because Echo is coming. And I could have actually ran bot immediately here. Yeah. On the other hand, I can actually just get this tower down by quite a lot, simply because I have a lot of gold that I just spent. This means that my auto attacks are dealing a lot of damage, plus we actually have 3 white grubs. So the damage I'm actually doing to my tower is very, very, very big. Also, Echo just died, so if Teemo doesn't decide to defend this tower, the tower is definitely gone. And even if Teemo comes, I would still just get the tower. And now look at the map. Echo just died. Zoe is mid. So what I can do right now, I can actually just look for this Darius. Trinami is walking back into lane and nothing is really happening. But I don't really see where he is. He could have taken a reset already, so I'll just actually walk back into my lane. And I have to be a bit careful here because of the Zoe bubbles. If I get bubbled by the Zoe, she actually does have wounds, I will probably die. And now there's not much to do, but mid lane tower has actually fallen. So my bot lane actually needs to go mid lane now, and I hope they are listening. They actually are, so I'm actually a bit surprised by that. Alright. And I honestly just want my bot lane to go bot now. It's really bad by the enemy bot lane to stay here, because I can actually catch waves easily, and my bot lane can get the push and just be there for a fight mid. This is something you should always be doing at some point. Simply because bot lane is much better positioned mid lane than they are actually positioned bot lane. So as you can see, Ezreal just got a kill. Swain is going mid, hopefully.
The secrets of my enemies carry far.
I'm just dodging out on that. And I can probably try to one-shot the Zoe here with a flash combo. It would be pretty unnecessary because there's honestly nothing to get. Okay, that's actually very unnecessary. Alright, let's actually just use Profane here to push the waves. And I would actually really prefer my Swain to go mid here. Like, there's no reason for him to be bot. because I'm doing fine. Alright, actually she used her ult. And now they are even trolling in order to kill me, I guess. Yeah, so I simply outplayed them there by zoning them quite nicely. But in the first play I actually did mess up simply because Zoe used her ult exactly when I was going to flash, so I did mistime that quite hard. And actually, since nobody is there, I'm pretty sure that I can get this tower, hopefully. Because Teemo is topside, botlane just died, so there's no reason for me to not get this tower. And I could have seen that earlier, because now I wasted a bit of time going for this recoil, but it's actually totally fine. Okay, the game is in an amazing state. Now look at the objectives. Baron is up in 130, and Ocean Drake is up in 240. So what I'm doing now is that I'm actually starting to look at the enemy team. They don't have that much armor actually, so what I could do is I could actually go for Axiom Arc instead of Cyrilda's Grudge. Edge of Night would have been a good item too, but I think specifically for low elos, Axiom Arc is a super good item because you get your ult so often and it's really a no-brainer. And I will actually now ping that I'm going top, and I want my Tryndamere to go bot. Because the objective is up in 110, right? And I don't have TP, so I actually have to be around the objective. Okay, I mean, this guy actually just flashed me. And I don't really understand why. I just space him, actually. And play this pretty slow. Grab grass again. And now I'll just use an EQ Profane to finish him off. I was actually a bit surprised by that, because Darius actually just decided to flash me. But yeah, what I was about to say is basically, if you play Ignite, you need to be on the side of the objective that's going to happen. So Baron is up in 30 seconds, right? So what I'll do now, I'll just be top in case something happens with Baron. Actually in this game I do want to play Drakes, and Drake is up in 120. So what I will do is I will actually push out this wave, and then I will walk horizontally towards Dragon here. So I'll push one more wave, this wave that's coming right here, and then I will walk towards bot lane, because they will probably go for that fight, and Darius is still dead for 2 seconds. I could probably also get the tower here. I should be in time to get it. Even though Darius is walking back top, I think I have enough damage to get it in time. Okay, now I'll just try to run him out. I'll play him a bit in the stealth, exactly. Place a ward here to see where he's going. And if he actually runs into me right now, I will just kill the Darius while he walks into me. Grab grass and ping my team to do dragon at the same time. I can actually bait the Echo in right here. He will probably try to kill me. And he does have the damage to kill me theoretically. Okay, never mind. And now what I will do is I will actually start going for Grudge probably. Simply because they will most likely stack armor. And you do want to have Grudge ready just in case that happens. Drake is up in 1 second. We are slowly walking into it. Since Tryndamere is bot lane, I'll just walk mid lane and push out the mid lane wave. This is usually Ezreal's job, but he's currently, I don't know what he's doing, being low life at Dragon, which doesn't make any sense. Alright, we are just EQing the Echo here because he walked up too close. I will clear the vision, they have. And I'll be looking for fights that could theoretically be happening, right? Okay, let's actually walk mid lane now, and then I will actually path directly towards top. Since the top lane wave is getting pushed in and I don't want to be there in time. I want to ping my Tryndamere to actually get that. And Tryndamere should be pressuring bot here, so this is a mistake by him. And I should be top lane as well. Simply because Tryndamere is a better side laner than I am, generally speaking. Like, he can push towers very fast. In this game I'm pretty fat, so he could actually do the same thing. So I could do the same thing. But generally speaking, you want the side laner that's good at side laning on the other side of the objective right here. Also, I am like really needed in team fights. So I basically have to be topside in case a fight breaks out at Baron. And as you can see, my team is just A-ramming, which is something you shouldn't do as Qiyana, because look at how much resources I'm getting. I'm level 15, while my entire team is basically level 12 or 13. And that's not because of the kills I got, that's basically because of the side laning I do and because of the CSing I do. And now I can decide to go for this tower, or I can go for this play. And I think it's, for me, better to go for this play, because I have flash, ignite, ult, I have everything. So what I'll do now is I'll actually just jump over. I'll take a look at what's happening right now. I will kill these guys. Dodge out on that. And actually just see what's going on. We get 3 kills, and now I'll start pushing out the mid lane wave again. Alright, I could have gotten top lane tower too, but now we got 3 kills, which gives me even 1 more item here. And if Kha'Zix kills the Echo here, he will also get the bot lane tower, which is quite nice. So we are actually in a pretty good spot to win the game right now. Let's actually just run down the tower here. We can get, well, I think 1 tower. I don't think we can actually go for the Twitter tower here. So what I'll do is I'll just shove out this next wave, make it crash, which creates a pressure point. A pressure point is basically when these minions arrive at that tower, and the bigger pressure point is even that these minions will arrive at the tower, so someone will respawn. And we can use that time actually to do the Baron here if my team is listening. And I hope that Kha'Zix is not going for a reset here and that he's running straight towards the Baron. Okay, that's actually a bit unfortunate. His gold amount is actually pretty irrelevant, to be completely fair. I think we could have just rushed the... We could have just rushed the Baron there, but it's fine. I will actually just push out the midland wave, and then I will position in the enemy jungle to get a pick, basically. I have to be a bit careful though, simply because they are contesting the mid lane wave here. I'll use a Q, grab ice, and now I'll actually start running into the enemy team. Play around grass. Play super slow. And I'm actually really low right here, because I like ran into 15 different bushes. Into 15 different shrooms, I mean. And also I just got ignited, so I actually have to take a reset here, and we can probably end the game off that. If we actually just push bot here, like if my team instantly runs bot, we can easily win the game through that. I hope they are doing that. Kha'Zix is, but they are just... Please, just go bot and end the game. And don't hit the mid lane tower. Alright, amazing. And I think that we are able to end the game here. Awesome. Yeah, alright, so this is basically game number 1, guys. I mean, this was a pretty clear example. I'll just ultimate the... We get another kill. I am pretty low though. And I hope that I will not die. And I think that my team can just end, yeah. This was just a pretty good example of how you can accelerate your leads and how you can snowball. It's the only reason that I could basically teach this game specifically. And obviously also some macro concepts, right? So that's basically it for the first game. And without further ado, let's actually just jump into the next one, boys. Next game, next matchup. It looks like we are playing against Hui this time in Platinum Elo. And yeah, Hui is honestly not an easy matchup at all. The early game is definitely playable, 100%. But as soon as she gets a lot of items, I always mess the pronouns up with Hui. Don't cancel me for it. Yeah, basically, Hui always is a pretty hard thing to deal with as soon as he gets items. Simply because Hui can push waves extremely fast. And it's not so easy to deal with that, especially when you get into the mid game. So against Hui specifically, going for an early profane is definitely something you can do, and this is also something I will be doing. I like to go for a cut down and also in this matchup for TP. Yes, you can kill a Hui really easily early on, but to be completely fair, I think into a Hui, especially as soon as you get to the like second reset, TP is just much better compared to actually using Ignite. So we will be going for Ignite here, for TP. And yeah, let's actually just get into the game right away. Here we are in the loading screen. As you can see, this is basically Platinum Emerald Elo, but I will call it Platinum. I still think this is good enough for educational purposes. And yeah, I'm actually quite hyped to see how this goes. Yeah, so as for team comps, we have scaling here. We have a support Viego, which is wild. I've never seen that before. we have a Camille against Renekton. This is a very spicy matchup, and if Warwick is smart, he will try to get one of the top laners ahead, because this is very snowbally. The one that gets the first kill basically wins, and both players have Ignite, which is always snowballing super hard. The early lane and the bot lane is basically just pushing out waves, and I think Warwick into Gragas is actually Gragas' favored later on, but early on, Warwick is easily winning against that. And for me, it's a bit early game favored for me right now, but only elo-wise. Usually Hui should win, because she can tether your E, she shouldn't get hit by that and stuff. So yeah, but with TP, you are not really looking for kills. With TP, you are either looking for good resets on good gold amounts, and you are trying to basically just get really nice early spikes with this champion specifically. So let's actually see how we play into this wave. We are for a little bit of an invade here. I don't mind it too much, to be completely honest, because our early invading is quite nice with Tahm Kench and Camille. So let's see what's happening here. He might be walking into us though. Maybe they do have vision though. Wait a minute.
Take me away from this tiresome battle. And can you also fan me?
He's probably in one of these bushes. Oh, yeah, that's a dead crocodile right there.
Minions have spawned.
I try to get the first blood here, but I probably won't be able to. But that's totally fine. Simply because we actually got one ultimate hunter stack. And honestly, first blood on Smolder is just amazing. If Hui is smart here, he can actually already start poking me right here when I'm trying to walk into the lane. But he's actually not doing that. Guys, don't skill an ability, let the wave come into you, play it slow, okay? And don't get hit by too much, stay healthy. This is a mistake I did last game, but this game it hopefully won't happen. So as you can see, Hui is already starting to push me in, so I'll just auto-attack here. I won't use a Q or anything, because I want this wave to push into me as fast as possible. I don't really want this wave to push into me too slow. And if you Q, the wave will get damaged, and it will actually happen that the wave pushes into you in a really slow way. A really fast way. Now I will Q this minion, because otherwise I can't get it. And this minion I should be able to get with an auto attack. Then Q that one, and now actually grab grass. So pretty good CSing so far. And I can actually start looking for a Q onto the way here when she goes for the minion. Beautiful. And I am grabbing grass again right here. Last hit after the second tower shot, guys. Like this. Reason being is that now this wave is closer to my tower. And I just attack the minion that my minions are attacking. And what happens right now is that I will get level 3 right now. And then I just use the level up timer. Wow. That's actually quite interesting. Oh, I'm actually really dying. So what I tried to do, guys, I actually tried to predict the flash from Hui. But he didn't flash. Like, I overthought it so hard. I should have actually just used Q. But Hui actually has no flash, which is nice, and I can just go back into the lane right now. And actually, that was actually really troll. I thought that he would 100% flash. It was like, yeah, I just tried to predict his flash, I'll be completely honest. And it just didn't work out, but it's still fine. We are still in a really good position. And if something like this happens, guys, don't be discouraged. Just keep playing, okay? Warwick is bot side right now. I would actually just grab ice. I will place a ward bot side because my jungler is bot. And I will actually ping my bot lane here because the enemy jungler could actually be bot side. So, as you can see, the enemy bot lane is already playing really aggressive. So, probably Gragas is sitting in this bush or something. Yeah, see? And this is also a mistake we didn't do. And honestly, we can probably just go for this and play right here.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh wow. That is actually very sad. Like, that is actually very sad. The Gragas body slam actually denied my Eon to the Ash, which is crazy. And if Hui is smart, I could actually get cooked right here. But he actually isn't smart, thankfully. Yeah, alright, that was just a roam I kinda had to go for because the fight was happening and it was looking really promising. So again, we are last hitting here. Not pushing the wave too hard. Because I want the wave on my side of the map, right? Just doing our best farming. And you can already see this game is looking a bit harder, but even though we made slight mistakes, it does not mean that the game is over or anything like that. So what I'll just do is I'll just try to get a nice Q onto the Hui here, and as you can see, he's already like panicking super hard. Viego could still be mid lane. It's definitely something that could be the case. So I have to be quite careful. And I will actually just try to farm properly here, and then maybe look for 1 or 2 good trades when I'm level 5. You don't want to take trades basically if the enemy laner has a level advantage on you, because one level is basically worth 600 gold of stats. So this is something you basically have to look out for. But in this game already you can see my Smolder is super fed. So what I'll be doing is I'll actually just play around my Smolder here. That's basically it. It's really not a secret technique or something. You basically just play towards the right side of the map. And in this case, this is basically my Smolder. Okay, and now Hui is already pathing towards top side. And I'm pinging that. And I don't really want to path there myself, simply because I'm not level 6 yet and Hui is. Because I have a huge level disadvantage because of the early play that I made. Right, as you can see, Hui is already starting to become super annoying. Just pushing in waves all the time, right? So what I'll be doing now, I actually can't take a reset. I want to wait for the next cannon minion and then actually just take a reset. We cannot contest that simply because Renekton is still alive, Camille is not in the lane yet, so it would be a 4v3 and I don't really want to take that. Okay, so the game is still looking fine though, Warwick has a kill. I inted once, but apart from that we can still get this game into a good direction. I know that Hui is taking a reset here. Okay, that's actually quite bad for me. But he doesn't have mana, so it's actually okay. I can even get the push in of this wave. And I'm grabbing Rock to execute the minions. Alright, actually Hui is staying, which is interesting. I did not expect that. I thought he would definitely go for a reset here. Okay, now he actually got a level up. So I have to be pretty careful. And now I'll just take a reset myself, because now it's a much better time to do that. Hui wants to reset, and I cannot help. I actually have to ping away the Warwick here, and if he dies, it's not my fault, I don't really care. Because it's actually quite obvious that I cannot help here. I actually went for the reset quite early, so it's not my fault if he dies. And if they go for a play, this is like really, really bad. So I'm just not playing for it, and I'm just ignoring my team if they do it. And now I'm actually on the map with a lot of gold, and I can look for a play after I went back here. I mean, I still have gold, so I can probably start looking here. Yeah, and Wabi can ping me as much as he wants. I can actually just mute him and not care at all. Alright, I should probably be able to get the Hui. Just like that, and now we can probably even go for a dive on them because they are super low. Just like that, so... Okay, but I actually think that Smolar can get the kill. Yeah, that's 100% worth it. So as you can see, going back was the right decision because they overextended, and then I basically came back and we got a lot for it. And my Smolder is basically 1v9 already, which is super nice. I will actually go for an Oracle Lance here, and then we are starting to build into our... Yeah, Profane Hydra here. Let's actually go for Profane. And then actually go from there. I am sprinting into the mid lane, because I actually want to be shoving out that wave. And then I'll either go for one plating, or if the enemy bot lane responds, I will try to just run bot lane again. As I said, bot lane is the lane we want to be playing around. Make no mistake though, Smolder is currently gone. And no matter where this guy goes, basically, I think we should be able to get him. Okay, never mind. Yeah, but he loses a lot here, which is super nice. So let's actually get a nice Q into the backline minions here. Oops. And now actually start hitting the tower. Okay, we did hit a Q onto the Quay. Okay, he sidestepped that quite nicely. Or I missed it, more to say. And now Warwick is bot side again, and they do have a Gragas, so I do have to be a little bit careful here. At the same time, I have a huge HP advantage. Okay, never mind. I don't have an HP advantage anymore, because the guy actually just half-lifed me with one ability. And I actually just want to get level 8 here and then look for a trade. Now I'm basically just looking, and I think that I can easily get a kill here. No matter where he walks there, he gets hit by my ult. Simply because the hitbox is so big. So that's why I walked onto this side of the map, in order to make the way path towards that side too. So I positioned here, so he actually walks here. And then it's like a guaranteed ult basically. Nothing to do there. Some easy kills because my small is so far ahead, as already mentioned. And now we are just getting one plating. And then we are taking a reset basically. And I will actually be able to get a nice Tiamat here. And I think I will just get a glowing node together with that. Yeah, exactly. And now we are TPing into the mid lane. Pushing out the wave, and then I will actually just walk top here. Just in case something is happening. Let's push out this wave. I don't really care about this way anymore. I'm really just trying to be as fast as possible here. I have no ult though. That's the tragic thing about this fight. But I still think that we can win it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to wait out my ult. Alright, and they are trying to not go for the fight anymore. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, so basically Viego started roaming here, which is really annoying. I actually thought it's a 3v3, but that was not the case. As you can see, guys, ADC start to understand in this elo that they actually have to go mid lane. So what I'll be doing, I will actually catch one more wave. And after that wave, I will be going bot lane and I will start side lane. Exactly, so let's actually go back, take a reset because I'm quite low, and I also want to get my Ionian boots here. And then I will actually start pathing bot side. Amazing. And now we will actually just go for the bot lane play. Also, Dragon is up in 10 seconds, so you definitely want to position yourself around the objective here. Guys, with TP it's a bit different. With TP you can also be on the opposite side of the map in order to TP to the objective. Because you basically have TP, right? But if you don't have TP, that's not something you can do, obviously. And now I will actually start to sweep here, because when I'm side laning I don't really want to die in a stupid fashion, right? So let's actually clear the vision here and now push this wave in, because I don't want this Ashe to freeze. It's actually quite annoying, to be honest. So what we are doing now is we are actually just getting this wave shoved in. And I don't think that she can hold this, exactly. And now we can actually start looking into the mid lane here, just to see what's going on. Okay, I'll actually just flash a lot of wild here. I will wait for the Quay to be CC'd, then hit a Q, exactly. Yeah, I was actually ganked a bit right there, because Ashe was on the right, Quay was on the left, so it was actually a bit annoying to deal with that. Now she's holding this wave again, which I really hate, but it's crashing now, so it's actually fine. I would have just fixed that wave and then I would have ran away. Alright, let's actually go for the glowing mode. And now I actually want to be top side, since Camille actually has TP. And I want Camille to be bot, because she actually has TP. And I hope she realizes that and doesn't run top here in autopilot. Even though I don't really like to side lane against Renekton, I definitely want to be top side here, simply because of Herald that's coming up. And now we are just shoving out this wave. And we are starting to path into this area of the map, because my entire team is actually just there. And I still think that Camille should be bot side. Like, really bot side. She has to be bot side. There is no way she's pushing out mid lane when we have a small lad at 7 and 1. It's actually quite troll. So Camille is actually going bot side right now, and we are just shoving in this wave. If Renekton doesn't come, we might have an angle here. Yeah, and now they could actually be in trouble. So I'm running into this bush, just checking. And now Renekton is actually coming back. So I can't really fight Renekton, he's one level ahead and he's really big item-wise. But what I can do is I can just wait for him to push the wave, position myself around the Herald and just wait for things to go down. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, now I can actually push this next wave. Warwick has nothing to do right now. I don't know why he's actually going mid lane here. Exactly, and I will actually just grab ice and run away here. There's no way he ever gets me. Beautiful. Can we kill him, please? Like, it's so free, guys. He has no ult as well. That's probably the freest kill I've ever seen in my entire life. He just chased me into eternity. Actually missed that Q. Yeah, but it's fine. We can easily just get the tower now. As you can see, we are just playing with them a little bit here. And I will just catch this next wave. So we can just start pushing in the tower. Okay, I mean, I guess nice play by the Viego. I mean, he just flashed me like that. I was about to E out, but actually he just was too quick and flashed. I really thought we could actually get the tower, but apparently that was not the case. The entire team was top lane. Alright, amazing. Smolder is just doing smaller things. And we are actually just continuing on our way to actually winning this game, which is actually a bit of a rough one. We had one or two misplays, and what I will do now is I'll just wait for my profane. There is no way I leave the base here without actually having profane. We need 3 more gold, so I can start running now. And there you go. Now I'm actually pretty strong, and now I'm doing exactly what I was about to do. I am pushing out top, and I am holding my TP for this dragon fight. I can do this specifically because actually our team is ahead, so they are fine getting control for the dragon themselves. If I would be behind, I would probably have to be there for the dragon before the fight actually happens, right? Simply because my team would be weak. But since my team is actually quite strong, I can easily push in top lane and actually just try to get the tower here and then just TP to the side of the map that I actually have to TP to. So we are shoving as fast as possible because Renekton actually just got back, just respawned. So I can probably get this tower and then Renekton will appear and he will actually try to deny me from getting the tower. Since I'm fast enough, it should actually be fine. Amazing. And now what I'm doing is, without hesitation, I'm just TPing this fight. Honestly, Viego is super annoying, actually. Yeah, he really thought I would run into his old range there, which I'm obviously not doing. But yeah, that was actually just not perfectly executed, but I think the idea of the fight was the right one. I just didn't execute the team fight properly. I mean, I didn't really hit my R because Ashe used flash and Viego actually grabbed his R in that moment, so it's actually a bit annoying. And I'm very sure that we can actually just go for this fight. Just grab grass and stealth here. Now Q the guy. Exactly. As you can see, it's like really hard to deal with. And now I'll just keep pushing top lane. Because Wei is mid, Ashe just showed herself bot. So no one is actually top lane right now. So there's no one that can actually stop it. Now I don't see anyone on the map, so I can't really keep pushing, obviously. But what I can do is I can sneak into this area right here with Sweeper and just see if someone shows up, and then I can one-shot them, simply because my champion is really strong at that. But apparently Vego is also not showing up, so I'll actually just shove this wave in. And now we can actually just stay here and play for the Baron. I have to be really careful though. Perfect, we get the kill onto the jungler, which is the most important one, and now we can simply go for the Baron. I don't know what my top range is doing. And I'm just using Qs here. And I am actually sweeping this side of the map because I want to see if Vego is actually coming, which is not the case. Okay, let's actually walk into the Baron now, use Profane, use auto attacks, and 100% grab Rock here only, because there's nothing else that you actually want to do. And he actually almost stole that. Alright, because my jungler actually almost messed up the smite. And now I will actually push out mid lane wave, and then we are taking a reset for tempo. Exactly. And I will actually just get my last whisper here. Awesome, and I think now we can also just try to go for this top lane tower. In the end, guys, it's only about towers, and it's only about objectives.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Alright, and the enemy team actually decides to surrender, so that's it for this game. And yeah, let's actually just jump right into the next one. I mean, this game was more about making up for your mistakes, but I think that's a skill you need as well, right? It's not only about getting a lead every single game and then being like Thanos every single game. You know, there are also games where you basically get behind and you basically have to make up for it. But in this case specifically, yeah, I was actually able to do that in quite a nice way, right? By side laning, by playing around my team, and by being there at the most important fights. Alright guys, we are here in Emerald, and we are playing against an Aurora. I like to go for this rune setup, as you can see right here, and we are also running Ignite, because I really think that Auroras are playing super aggressive early on. And I do believe that until Diamond 2 you can easily first blood people if you actually know what you are doing, right? So we will actually just sit back, play this lane properly, and get some nice kills onto this guy. So let's actually see how this plays out. They do have a lot of AP with Kayle, Echo, and Aurora, and Swain. So in this game, I will go Mercs like 100%. So my build will actually be Yumos into tier 1 boots. So you don't really need the tier 2 boots immediately. And then we are actually building Profane, and after Profane, we will finish our Mercs, because then we are strong enough to actually go for the Mercs. And I think, that after that we can actually rush more, because of the amount of like magic damage they simply have, right? I don't really think that we need to go for Cyrilda's Grudge really early here. I think more is just a better buy overall. As always, we are actually going for the long sword and fillable here. Simply because it's just the most efficient thing to go. Obviously you can still go for 3 pots, but I consider you already advanced if you are playing an Emerald with Qiyana, right? So just learning to play with refill is probably the most valuable thing you can do.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So we actually have to play this lane properly, and then get a lead off it. I'm pretty sure that we can do it. I mean, as I said, until Diamond 2 people don't really know the limits of Qiyana. So they think that they are actually winning the lane super hard because I have no CC until level 3, oh my god, so bad. But then in the end I just end up first blooding them in basically almost every game. As you saw in the last one, it can also go wrong if you overthink it. Oh, that's so smart actually. Oh, and I think Ashe is going to die here. Yeah, beautiful. That's what I want to see. That's a great start for my team. Placing a ward here just so we can actually see the echo, right? And now I'm basically just playing this super slow. Letting the Aurora push the wave in. And doing absolutely nothing. Because that's what Qiyana is supposed to do in the first level. If she walks up too close, we can W over the wall and drop in some auto attacks. Since we have Ignite, and that's exactly what we need.
Right.
Doesn't really look like she is going to do that.
And who are you? A nobody.
If she walks up like this, honestly, I'll just eat her. One more auto here, and then we are going to run away. Really important that you don't auto-attack the minion there, otherwise you are standing still and she can go on to you. Now you can't do anything until level 3, but the wave is pushing into you, so this is the amazing thing about starting E, if she walks up too close. And you have much more burst than the enemies, so both of you being Half-Life is actually more beneficial for you than it actually is for the Aurora. So what we are doing, we are just hard chilling here. And now if she actually walks up too close, what I can already do is I can actually thought I had Q. Cool. What I can do now is I can actually try to get level 3. I shouldn't get a bad trade in right now. That would be super bad for me. But what I should be doing is actually getting level 3 here. I will actually sack the cannon in order to get her flash. Right. And now we are just jumping into her. We are getting the kill, and now we have to take an instant reset. There is no way you ever stay. No way. It's not an option, since she has to. Even though you lose a lot, I know it sucks. You have to take an instant reset. Don't troll it. And it's honestly not that bad, because look at the wave. I mean, it could be much worse. It's still situated super well. You didn't lose that much XP, and you are coming back to a fully stacked wave. So it's actually not that bad. It's even better because this wave is like bouncing into the Aurora now. So we can grab grass and we can actually play off this bounce. I wish it would have been a bit further away from my tower. So what I can do now is I can actually just Q her. That stealth is actually quite long. Or at least like longer than I expected. Now we just have to dodge out on all of her stuff. And actually try to get my level 3 here, because when I'm level 3 and she is level 4, you can actually not really trade with her. I actually missed her there, which is super unlucky. Oh, I really missed that Q, that's super sad. So I'm not playing perfectly here. But I think you still saw how I actually played the first couple of levels, right? I think it's really clear what you are going to do here. She dodged that actually, very interesting. Okay, and as you can see, the micro steps are getting more and more important. Like walking up, walking back, trying to bait her Q. She's walking up, trying to bait my Q. Stuff like that. And now you can actually take a look at this game, and you can already see that every lane is basically ahead. Apart from top lane, that's actually quite equal. Renekton definitely has the lane advantage, generally speaking. She's slow pushing this wave, which she's doing very nicely, because now she actually has a window. I'm pinging that she's gone. You really don't want to give her an opportunity to get a lead here. And I'm actually just last hitting these minions as fast as possible right now, because I want the next wave to actually push into the Aurora. And I don't really want to slow push this like in an extreme way. Also because she has a slight level advantage because of that reset I have to take right now. And I'm also pinging that Aurora is basically gone. My top laner got a kill meanwhile, so he was probably listening to me. Which is super nice. I actually missed another minion there. I actually should be focusing a lot more. Now we get a nice little Q in. Timed that really well. As you can see, I missed my first ice Q sadly. But it's really important that you expect your jungler to gank and that you just hold ice. Even if he's not ganking, holding ice is not bad, right? Like holding ice is totally fine. Hitting her TP right there. So you can actually just hold ice and expect him to gank. And then if he actually ganks, holding ice is like super good because it's basically perfect gank setup, right? We are walking back into the lane here. And as you can see, playing with Qiyana is super simple. You don't actually have to focus on CS. Even if I have 28 CS after 7 minutes right now, I can promise you that I will end up with like 7 or 8 CS per minute at the end of the day. Simply because I will start focusing it mid-game a lot more, right? Because we are side laning a lot. And now I basically have to ping my team because everyone is bot. She does have ult, but honestly, if I just get a nice little trade in here, it should be fine. Yeah, this is actually not ideal because I wanted to ice cube the side immediately. So I'm grabbing ice here again. And I am hitting level... Oh god, okay, I actually missed that ult quite badly. But she is still pretty low. So what we can do now is we can actually just wait for her to walk into us right here, ping my bot lane again, because Aurora could also be roaming. But she probably took the long route, right?
I cannot wait to be Empress.
And if she walks up too close, she is going to die. Yeah, and now she loses the entire wave. I can go for one plating here, and then actually take a reset, because it's not really changing how much gold I will be able to spend, right? Because I can get Humos now, and there's no reason to delay my reset any further. And guys, I messed up. I even messed up and it still worked out. So you can actually see how strong Ignite Qiyana is if you know what you are doing. And even if you mess up here and there, it's totally fine because it's just a limit test. Guys, obviously, if I wouldn't be talking, if I would be like much more locked in, and if I wouldn't be trying to explain stuff, obviously the combos and everything would probably look a bit different, right? But this is still very, very easy to execute, as you can see, if you just do a couple of things properly. Now I'm using my Ice Q in order to hit her. And what we are doing now is I'm just using a DQ. Getting her stealth. I actually thought I could hit another WQ there. And now we are really just playing super slow. We are basically waiting. And now she has to walk up again to farm. And what you can always do if they have to walk up, especially if they waste their abilities like that. Oh, okay. I mean, she actually just flashed, I guess. And now she will try to ult me, I think. I'll place a ward here in this bush, and I also think that Echo is there. But since I have last stand, I can probably just one-shot the Echo. He is actually just helping the Aurora to push out the wave, which is totally fine. Aurora's probably dying here, but she does have R, so Singed is dying too.
Shut down.
And he actually has no flash. Exactly, he just entered that basically. I was holding grass because I was expecting him to do something like that. And after he basically used his flash there, I was actually just able to use my grass Q and W backwards to space him out a little bit more. And then it's actually quite easy to not die there, right? You just have to space his R because you have to wait until it runs out, and then you can basically go in with a W. Since I'm not going for these boots, right, I'll just go for... Actually, I can go for this immediately and also just go for a glowing mode. Simply because I have Humos movement speed, so I can skip tier 1 boots here, easily. We are going for Profane next. And after we actually have Profane, what will happen is that I will go for my Merc Treads, as I already said, because they still have a lot of magic damage. I mean, it could actually happen that Kale is going for an 80 route here, but I think that's pretty weak, right? I think AP Kale is probably much stronger now. I'm not really into Kale builds. I have to ping because my Aurora is probably roaming here. I don't really care about the trades, to be honest. I can probably even one-shot her here without even over-exaggerating. Especially now that she actually got me low. This is probably just a free kill. I mean, she's not walking up into my E range. Which is interesting. But I don't really want to give the shutdown. So let's actually just walk up here. I shouldn't have lost this much HP, that's actually super troll. And I actually think that Aurora could be running into me right here. And if she does that, she will die, because I have last stand and I have one full item. Mind. Singed is actually fine, doing what he does, because Echo just showed bot side. And what I'll do is I'll just stay safe here, not lose any more HP, don't take stupid trades, just last hit. And if Aurora actually decides to walk up, I mean that's just bad, right? Because the entire enemy team is there. So let's ping the Shaco back, push this wave, and then we can actually take a reset here. Yeah, I really don't want to take this fight. Everyone's top, like Singed is top. Renekton is top, Aphelios is not in position, so there's no point. We can go for tier 1 boots and Brutalizer now, and I will be running into the mid lane again, there's nothing else to do. As you can see, every objective is done right now. I don't really like the fact that the enemy team is stacking dragons, because that's a really good way to actually come back, and I don't really like that. That's actually very annoying. The thing is, I thought that my ult hitbox would actually hit the wall there, but it actually didn't. Thankfully, I do have Ultimate Hunter, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah, still that was not ideal. As you can see, we are missing ours, we're not playing perfectly. But our macro and our movements are totally fine, right? And that's why we actually still are in a position like this. Alright. Okay. This is basically just me testing limits, obviously. Because I know it's like either going to work out or I will still survive it. You don't have to do this, but it's just if I get that kill, it's like super nice. So what I'll do right now, I'll just actually walk back and take a really chilled reset, because there's nothing else to do right now. Alright, we can get 2 long swords here. And just simply get closer to our Tiamat.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Top lane tower has fallen. This can actually change the dynamic of the game, because you can push waves in really easily now, and you can actually just go for plays as well, because this wave can hit this tower much easier, obviously. So you basically can just push waves as Renekton right now, and then just like try to do something on the map. I Singed this bot side, so something will happen bot here most likely. I don't know what I want there. How annoying are you, by the way? Like, just leave me alone and let me push the wave. Because that's exactly what I want to do. And if you are that annoying, I can actually just Q you. Beautiful Q again. And now she's basically Half-Life. Yeah, I don't really care about the cycle. I mean, he's just trying to be annoying, but he's showing on the map all the time. Yeah, beautiful, well played. And now you die. Okay, I mean, I die too, but they both with flash. So it's like, easy. And I get full pain for it. So that's totally fine. I don't mind that at all. I don't know what Echo is doing mid lane all the time. There's no point. Because this game is not one mid lane, this game is actually one bot lane, obviously. And every lane is already winning, so I don't really know why. I mean, maybe he's just desperate. Maybe he's just desperate. That could obviously be the case. We get our Profane now, and as planned, we are going for the Merc Threads next, which is super nice. It's just a great item here. As you can see, they have Ash R, they have a lot of magic damage generally speaking, so it's just a really, really nice buy. I can get a super good trade in right now. Wow, she actually walked to the side there. Bro, Aurora damage, I'm telling you, I think it's like super busted. She's 1 in 5, and she out damages me like by a crazy amount. I mean, yes, I missed both Qs, but her Q damage is still nasty in my opinion. Yeah, I don't really care. So what I'm doing is I'm just walking bot now. I don't really have TP to help, but my team is so far ahead. I mean, there is no way they ever lose that fight in case a fight happens. And I do want a side lane. Especially because my Aphelios is going mid, which is the right call. So I should have actually went bot a bit earlier. And Aurora should be bot lane, by the way. Like, she has to catch this wave. If she doesn't, I will actually just go for this tower, because there's no one that can be annoying here for me.
Killing spree.
What I tell them to. Right, love?
Yeah, and also I have 6 void grabs, and that's absolutely broken. Echo is showing up, and now this tower is just mine. No matter who comes here, I will actually just go for this tower. Okay, I didn't expect her to jump that way, that is super weird. But it's still worth it. It actually doesn't matter, simply because I got so much gold and I got a lot. I was honestly even okay with dying here. Because as I said, it's super worth it. This tower is really valuable because I can always pressure to actually go for the inhibitor in case someone is actually doing Baron here. So that's actually super nice. And generally speaking, 1 tower for 1 death, that's super good, especially if you are not behind. Simply because, obviously, this tower is like not going to come back, but you are going to come back, so I don't mind this trade at all. Also, I didn't have a shutdown, so I'm not really losing that much. I mean, if Aphelios dies here, that wouldn't be so ideal. Alright, and I can actually just play around my cinch now. And this tower should actually be ours, right? Bro. Okay, never mind. We can never get this tower. There's a fight breaking out, but that's just... I don't know what he's doing. And we have to be a bit careful. I mean, Kale can definitely come back, right? It's like a champion that you don't want to play the game too long against, because she can just side lane in a really nice way, and then she can get items, and level 16 is like quite strong, and it's just annoying to deal with. Alright, I'm just looking here. There's a ward. Because there's nothing else to do, actually. Okay, she's not chasing. If she would have chased the Renekton, I would have tried to up there. Oh, we actually have the opportunity to kill this Echo right now. Okay, no flash on the Echo, really nice. I like it. Oh damn. Okay, I really need to Eon to those minions. This Kale is always in my face, actually. It's like super annoying. Entire enemy team is there. What is this Shaco doing, by the way? I am so confused right now, but okay. Yeah, next item. Honestly, I will go Maw, as I predicted. I think Maw is just an amazing item here. Nothing wrong with going Maw. Baron is up, so we are going top, obviously. Because I have no TP. They have a great flanking position here. It's awesome. And I think that basically just means that we can go for the Baron. And also something I can do, guys, this is just how you kill Kale in the end of the day. You can basically just use the R. I mean, I actually don't even have R. If you actually just space her right now, then it's super easy to kill. Exactly. If I had R, I would have just used ult. And with that ult, you can bait her ult, and with normal abilities, you can just stay in stealth and basically outplay her that way. Because you just win that easily. My team is fine
Battles need to
doing
not be carried by servants.
what they do. I can actually one-shot the Ashe here. I really want to do that. Beautiful. Oh, sadly Kale is going to TP. I'll bait her. Use Q in grass and then just like grab grass again.
Everything myself.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Remember that she doesn't have R, like she just used R top lane. And it's on quite a long cooldown. Okay. Don't want to int here, so let's take a reset, grab our more of Marmorius, and then build into Grudge. Having this much MR into their team comp is extremely annoying to deal with. It's really annoying to deal with, because I'm basically not killable for them. Especially with Grass and Qiyana is generally speaking a champion that is super slippery, right?
Some wait their turn, and some take what they deserve.
I'm just standing here in case something is happening, right? Alrighty.
As green as the envy of my sister.
As I said, I'm so safe. I'm not scared at all. Like, I am so cocky here, because I know exactly that nothing bad can happen. Let's hold this main here. Tank the tower a little bit. And I think after this fight we should definitely be able to end the game, probably, because we have Baron buff and we have an Aphelios that's really fat. Can't we end this game, guys? No, we have no way.
I cannot. Only my fountain will not in the way.
Okay. So they just want to push top here, and I guess next up we'll just like wait for a mistake that they are doing. And then we'll just try to play around that. Okay, never mind. I'm greeding a lot here for picks. But I don't want this game to last too long. That's basically the reason why. It's fine though. We can just take a reset here. Get our last Whisper and walk back into the enemy base here. As you can see, I'm not doing stuff like basically getting camps. There's no point in actually getting camps here, because you want to be as far up on the map as you can. And by doing your own camps, like the Cinch is doing right now, there's like, there's no point. What we should be doing is we should be getting control bot side. And we should really just be pushing waves all the time, non-stop. Okay. We are just looking right, without anything. That's basically it. And now we just want to get this next dragon too. Also Baron is up in 140. Remember I died my mom, so I'm not really dying, as I said. You can actually just bait the enemy team to go in here, and that's basically how you win the game. Because I have more and I have an armor, so I am not dying. Perfect, and now we can just wait for the wave and actually end it. Even Kale died there to keep it Philios, which is super nice. And now we can basically just win this game. As you can see, the game was a bit harder because simply the lane was a bit harder. I mean, the Aurora was playing the lane better, which is something that you will realize the higher you get. Players are laning better and better, but if you actually know your windows exactly, you can still get kills onto them, which is exactly what happened in the end of the day. Honestly, like, the 2 deaths were a bit unnecessary, but we had a winning team, and we also converted the game in a nice way, I think. By side laning, by looking for my team, and by simply trying to play towards winning the game and not actually getting a lot of kills. So as you can actually see, I only had 8 kills. But I still played a really nice game, and we ended really, really fast. So in the end of the day, guys, it's not only about getting kills, it's about what you are doing with those kills. And that's also why you are the most honorable player, because you are just constantly poking at winning the game. You're not looking to actually get as many kills as you can, you are looking to get as many objectives as you can. And kills are just a tool for that. So you basically want to kill the enemy jungler, and that gives you the opportunity to do Dragon. You want to kill the enemy ADC, that gives you the opportunity to do Baron, right? And that's how you win games in the end of the day. And obviously I had a really nice team this game, but I still think this illustrated quite well how you can actually convert games in Emerald Elo. So let's actually get to Diamond Elo now. Alright guys, another game. Another chance to actually win, and we are playing in Diamond right now. This will be the last game before actually going on to the Masters game, and yeah, I'm actually quite curious to... Oops, I actually almost messed up my runes there. And I'm actually looking to show you how I'm approaching this game. So as you can see, I messed up my runes slightly. I actually do have Treasure Hunter right now, but it should still be fine. I think I can actually still go for the Humos build into Profane. It shouldn't really issue any problems. As you can see, this is some mid-diamond match, and we are actually playing into Hwei. So let's actually see how we approach this matchup in Diamond Elo, right? As you can see, we are running Ignite. Against Hwei, you can also run TP. I think both things are fine. In really high Elo, like as soon as you get to Masters, I definitely believe you have to run TP into Hwei, because a good Hwei will never let you get windows to actually trade at some point. I think in this Elo specifically, it's like still possible. But overall, you do want to be careful with which matchup you actually pick Ignite into. I think Ari and Hwei are 2 matchups where you definitely cannot go Ignite, specifically in like Masters Plus, right? But we are currently playing in Diamond, and I still think that Ignite is totally fine to run in this Elo bracket. So let's actually see if we can find some windows against this Hwei. Alright, so we are still going Longsword, and we are going for 2 pots. You can also go 3 pots. Actually, in this game, since he will probably zone me quite a lot and also try to trade a lot with me, I will actually go for 3 pots. And then we'll go from there. The most important thing, guys, as always, is the wave management and how much HP you have while getting to level 3. That's what we are looking out for, of course. And even though we are playing in quite high elo right now, for most people at least, obviously from the perspective of a challenger player, everything is low elo, guys. We can talk about that, but from the perspective of the usual casual player, Diamond is already relatively high, and we are still able to get first blood most of the games. So when I was actually doing my climb right now to Masters, I still got first blood in most of the games, and I got a really good lead from the early game. We will have to see if that is possible this game as well. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, we will see. But I'll just explain my thought process and what I'm actually looking for in this matchup specifically, okay? Right now, I'm actually just positioning here. I'm placing a ward again. I don't really care. I think that is actually starting at blue buff. So I'll try to place this ward as late as possible. I cannot really contest the wave anyways, so I don't really care about Zed, about Hwei actually pushing this wave fast. Because, as I said, like, you can easily place this ward because there's not a single matchup where you should be contesting pushing like that. Now you can see Hwei is simply just pushing the wave here, which is already a mistake. I think when you are playing Hwei, you can go for a 3-wave crash. I will get the 3 minions here with a Q auto attack, and now the wave should be pushing. A 3-wave crash is always better than a 2-wave crash, because if the second wave crashes, the third wave will bounce back into the wave. What does this mean? This basically means that I will get level 3 of the third wave. and that means I can probably get level 3 earlier, right? And that is not something you usually want as a mage player, simply because Qiyana becomes really strong as a champion when she gets level 3. So right now I'm really just waiting for the wave to actually push in this wave. I will let her Q me so she actually gets baited into queuing the minions here. And now what I will try, I will actually just try to auto-attack these minions, start auto-attacking them early. And I'll just try to get level 3 here. Now I'll also grab ice because of the kindred. Okay, we both use our flash. And actually that's a bit annoying because I was about to use my level up timer here, which I could not do. And now I'm actually just auto-attacking the way down. Perfect. Now Wei should actually go for reset. I actually cancelled my auto-attack there and I didn't get the cannon, which is quite sad. So what I'll do now is I'll actually just try to push this wave as fast as possible. And if Wei stays, he will probably die. So I'll just wait for my W to actually come up. And now I'll just use an EQ onto the minion here. And then actually use an WQ with Ignite to finish off the wave. So in the end of the day, that gank by Kindred was quite nice, simply because I got the flash away. And now I was actually able to push the wave. So that's really nice, and I was also able to like get the kill. Now I can actually go for pickaxe here. Usually I would go for Humos, but I do have Treasure Hunter, so I actually really dislike the lack of ability haste that I have. Which basically means that I will be going for Profane Rush in this game specifically. I could also go for Opportunity into Profane Rush, but then I have the same problem. Now we can actually see that there is some fighting going on. So what I'll do now is I will just run into the base here. Alright, and I still think that Zed should actually die here. I'll probably get the kill, exactly, and now I can just run back into the lane here. Amazing. I will get this cannon, which is quite nice. And now we are just slowly pushing this wave back into the wave. It's really important that you always take a look at what's going on. For example, now I can see that there's a minion, and that gave me like a small trading opportunity. Alright, since I have a pickaxe and the red buff right now, I will wait for my level 5. And then I will go for a trade right away. So I did hit 1 Q, and as you can see the damage is just absurd as soon as you get a kill with Qiyana. It's like really nasty how much damage your champion can deal, if you actually play it properly. Now I'm using a WQ to poke out the way a bit because she is misspacing me. And I'm placing a ward topside. Make sure to use the W instantly and not waste any time with your W cooldown, so the next one is actually coming up early. The reason why I'm placing a ward topside is because my Wei is actually topside. My Kindred is actually topside. So what I want to do is I want to place a ward to the side where my jungler is at. Why do I do that? It's actually pretty simple. I really just want to lean towards the side my ward is at currently. And my Kindred can just come and help me just in case something happens. Yeah, experiencing some lags here sadly, but I really hope that they will disappear pretty soon. And now what I can just do is I can actually just run down the way, get a nice little altitude proc, and actually force the way to take a reset. The nice thing about this is that I can just hold this wave here right now. And I can actually just make the Wei lose the cannon minion, which is super nice, because I will get level 6 here, and the Wei is basically down a lot of XP right now, simply because he died. And also because he lost the cannon right there. And when I'm level 6, and Wei is level 5 still, I have some really nice trading opportunities. But now sadly the Karma decides to come and save the Wei, obviously, so she's just breaking the freeze here. Which is like super annoying. This is just something that supports will start doing in higher elos, guys. So make sure to actually be aware of enemy supports coming to your lane. Let's actually get this minion here. And I'll play this slow. I don't really want to get hit by too much stuff. I really just want to stay healthy here. And as you can see, we are already getting quite close to our Hydra. Which is super nice because as soon as you get Hydra, the damage that you deal is just really crazy. I want to push this out and just see what my Kindred is up to. As you can see, she is actually thinking about doing this dragon, starting it already. I don't really have to arrive first at the wave, since I'm not really looking to get prio. I'm just using one auto attack here on the dragon, just walking to my Kindred basically, and now we are going back into the lane. I really just want to get my Profane and then take a reset. I will ping off every fight until I have my Profane, simply because I really don't want to take it. And now the thing is, so I'm taking a bit of damage here, and if Wei actually walks up too close, what I could do is I could actually grass Q her and then just one-shot her basically. But he is actually not doing that. And I'm still messing up the pronouns here. I always mess up Wei as a she or a he. It's like so weird for me, because for me Wei was always a she, and then I realized, wait, that's actually it's actually not a girl, it's actually a guy. And that really messed up the pronouns there. So I just double Q this wave actually. I could stay a bit longer, but I don't really want to. I don't think this next wave will give me any. I mean, if I farm well, it will actually. So what I'll do is I'm overstaying here, and I know that, but I really need my Profane Hydra on my next back, because otherwise I am delaying the power spike for quite some time, and I don't really want to do that. Alright, and now if Wei actually walks up too close, I can easily just flash that guy, as you can see, because I'm simply one-shotting him right back. Alright, now I'll actually get these minions, I'll grab grass and take a reset. Always make sure to grab grass when you reset. First of all, if there's a fight in your base, like if you are behind, you will have an element when you actually get there, which is super nice. And also right now I could have actually used my grass Q and get a bit more movement speed in that shroud, and then W forward. That way I can get to lane faster. Just a little detail. But I think in this elo specifically, little details are getting more and more important. Alright, so Vayne is actually issuing some problems, as it seems. We have to be careful here, because Zed could actually try to dive the Vayne here. Alright, there's a fight breaking out. And I don't really like this too much, to be honest. Sadly, I'm still lagging, but it's actually okay. I will actually just cut the way off from the way here, so I can push this wave in peace. Alright, and now I'm actually just looking for the bot lane. It's actually looking pretty good for my bot lane as well. Yeah, our team is doing a great job, which is lovely. And I think they have to be super careful because of Zed here. Because he could easily come and try to kill them. Alright. Let's actually just keep pushing waves. That's why Profane is so good, because you can actually just auto-attack the wave and get it pushed in really easily. Just like that. Now we get a nice Q in, and now we are walking towards our Kindred here. The higher you get, the more important it is to play around your jungler. And with a Kindred specifically, she's quite aggressive, she will invade really often. So it's actually quite easy for you to actually help her out and just go for more invades. And I think that this set should die here. Okay, and now we can just walk back into the mid lane. Grab ice to actually gain movement speed, of course. Absolutely amazing. And now Zona actually wants to kill the way here, which is nice. Actually, it's Seraphim, it's not even Zona. Oh god, yeah. I actually lagged there, that's why my R came out before my E. It's very, very unfortunate, but I mean, it happens. Let me just queue these two minions right now, place a ward in the middle of the lane. And now I'll just grab Rock and take a reset. Alright, I don't think that Seraphim will get Dove here, that would be... I mean, if he has R, that's an option of course, but I really just didn't expect that. Actually, it does happen. Yeah, I think Kindred should have played towards bot side a lot, too. Simply because bot side was already winning, and playing around the winning lane is just super easy. I don't really know why she's not taking my farm right now, but it's alright. Let's actually now go for ice, shove in the next wave, and then actually ping the next objective that's coming up. It's really important that you are proactive with a lead. This doesn't mean that you have to force plays all the time, but you definitely have to make stuff happen. at the right time, but not over forcing it. So now I'm pushing in the wave, as you can see, someone has to respond. And we can actually try to maybe clear a pink that's positioned right here. Or maybe just like walk bot lane and see what's happening. Okay, let's actually see. Nothing really going on, and now I want to go back mid lane. Every 30 seconds and every minute. So at the 30-second mark and at the full minute mark, the waves are meeting in the middle of the lane, as you can see. We currently have 12:30 and the waves are meeting. So around that time you want to be back in lane in order to push waves. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. And now since I pushed the wave, I can actually move into the jungle here. And actually help my Kindred out. I actually really missed that second Q. But it's fine, I mean we got the Drake. Maybe I should have timed it better, right? Simply because I was not there exactly when the Karma went for that play. And now I can probably also just flash the way pretty easily. Amazing, we just get a nice double Q in, and now I'm grabbing Ice again. Wayne is having a rough time, but she will outscale the set eventually, so I'm not really worried about that. So I'm just using a quick combo here, and I think... actually he's not dying. Okay, I actually thought he would die there, but his shield actually saved him. So what I did there is I used EQWQ Profane Ignite. If I used one more auto attack or my ult, I would have killed, but I don't really want to use my ult right now. Okay, that was actually quite spicy. Nah, okay. I mean, Wei used TP, and I think Zed used Flash. So, yeah. I mean, he played that relatively well. I sadly didn't have the damage to one-shot him immediately. I needed one more auto attack and then an EQ to kill him. But sadly it was not enough, and also he was able to just jump out at that time. Okay, now we have to think about what we want to go for. They have a Karma, and they have the shield from Barrier. They have set W shield, and they also have the Wei shield, right? It's not that big, but it is a shield at the end of the day. So what I want to be doing is I definitely want to go for Serpents here. It's 100% something that I should be doing. And now it's mainly about playing the macro properly, and I think I will actually go bot, and I want Seraphine to go mid, because you want to be side laning. And no matter who goes bot here, the tower will probably be down. So I'll just catch this wave basically, just wait for the minions to shove into me. Oh wait, okay, so Seraphine actually wants to fight this. So we are actually just one-shotting them pretty quick. I'm dodging out on the Karma here, using one auto attack to finish it off. That was actually a really nice key by the Seraphine. And as you can see, we're actually just playing off our cooldowns. The mechanical part of it is actually pretty clear. And now, since I don't have that much HP, I really just want to push in this wave. And that's basically what it is. I don't really want to go for fights right now. I mean, if they are using their abilities, I can probably go for it. But at the same time, I am pretty low and I don't really want to do it. Alright. So we get the shutdown. And I think that Vayne will probably be able to kill the set here if she spaces him properly. But if she walks up too close, the likelihood of her dying is actually quite high. She actually played that quite nice. So, as you can see now, the Vayne is already starting to win against the set, which is quite nice. The Brand is pushing bot lane again. I mean, he's autopiloting a lot, probably also because he's a bit desperate. So we are just going back into the side lane here, playing towards that wave, and just trying to get the wave shoved in. And as you will see, guys, with Qiyana specifically, the most important thing is actually that you make up for the CS that you missed early game by CSing well mid game. Now I just don't want to get hit by Brand all too much, so I'm just shoving in this wave here. He was probably alone, but at the same time don't know where Zed is. Since I don't know where Zed is, I don't really want to stick around too much. Okay, now I can see that my Kindred is actually walking up with me, so I should be really, really safe getting this Exactly, I'm getting this kill. I wouldn't have went for this if my Kindred wouldn't be there. I just went for this because I knew she would actually help me out instantly. And now we are just making plays together, basically. This is sus, we don't know where they are. This is very dangerous. Actually thought she would walk into that, so I tried to use a nice little double Q. If you cancel your animations fast enough, you can actually use 2 Qs almost at the same time. Okay, yeah, she has a ward in there. I can't really do much here. I just take a reset. Also because Zed is up again, so I don't really know where he is. Nice. And now I actually just get my Serpent's Fang. And I'm actually now building into Grudge. Okay, we are walking mid lane now. I could also be pushing out bot. But I think pushing out mid, maybe getting the tower. Is a very nice plan too. Okay, that was actually a very nice Q by the Vayne.
So boring.
Alright, now we can actually try to look. I actually missed my initial Q, that was really bad. But at the same time, guys, I am actually lagging a bit, so I'm really sorry for that. But I still think that the educational value is given. So now we will actually just push in this wave and then actually start playing for this dragon here. We already have 2 drakes and the next one is an ocean drake. And ocean is actually quite nice. So I really want to be playing around that. And what we are looking for now is we are looking for really nice flanking positions. We have a pink ward right here. So they 100% don't know that we are standing here. They don't know it. Which means that I can easily get a super nice flank in case they decide to fight here. And you always have to look out for these positions, especially with Qiyana. Yeah, honestly I just ult here. I didn't want to ult, but the shield actually saved me, which is crazy. Okay, let me just... Okay, I mean, we actually just clean up that fight in a really nice way. I think now we can actually... I thought we could maybe go for that Baron here, but it was not really a viable option. So let's actually just get mid lane tower here, and then try to play around top lane maybe. Let's kill the brand, get the kill. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. He's probably a bit tilted because of the game and how it went for him. And now I do have a lot of gold, so I'll just take a reset. I could also just, first of all, catch the wave and then take a reset, because the wave will actually... Oh wait, there's a Z actually. But I don't really want to help, and I also can't really help here. So what I'll do is I'll just push in this wave, and then maybe look for it. As you can see, there are 3 people mid. Brand died and set a spot, so no one is top lane right now. I'm completely alone, so this tower is free. Yes, I do have a lot of gold, but at the same time, I can just stay on the map and make something happen, you know, get another objective here, which is the tower. Simply because I have the tempo for it, like nothing can happen here. I can just grab grass and my team can be here in like 10-15 seconds and I can stall out for that time. Alright, so now we are looking for Last Whisper. Actually, they have 0 armor. So what we could do is I could also just sell this and go for an opportunity to maximize my damage even further, which is super nice actually. So let's actually do that. This is just a spontaneous thing that I went for. And now we'll just try to push out the wave and then maybe regain some of that control macro-wise. Okay, I'll just let my team do the rest here. I don't really mind using my R, as I said, because now the Baron is just free, they have no brand anymore. Oh god. Okay, the Way actually got a really nice pick there, but we should be easily able to do Baron with that. I really didn't expect the Way to just snipe me there, so that was actually quite a nice catch by Way. Wow, they have a lot of damage actually. I think Way will die here to the Vayne. Sorry, I mean Karma. And I think that after Vayne actually, yeah, cleaned that up, we will just get the Baron. Super nice. So my team actually made up for it. I mean, I did get a kill onto Brand by ulting, which was probably not good, to be completely honest. I mean, you don't really have to ult the Brand there. It's really unnecessary because he's completely useless. Brand does deal a lot of damage still, but I don't know if it was really worth it to ult him. I should probably hold my R for the Hui, because she's the only real danger for us in fights. If she gets a huge ult on, it can actually get really annoying and frustrating to play against. So right now we sadly don't have the Baron buff because we died. But we can still keep pushing out the bot lane wave. And then we can maybe try to apply some pressure by shoving and moving. So we basically want to shove the bot lane wave here. And then someone will have to respond to that wave. Because otherwise they would lose it, right? Very interesting. I was actually just looking for the Z here. She's using grass over grass over grass. It's the only thing my champion does. And then you basically pick ult whenever you need it, right? Okay, we are just pushing in bot. Now we have to be careful, because the entire enemy team could collapse on us here and just ignore mid lane. I don't really want that to happen. And now I would like to look for a nice little flank. Ah, wait, super annoying actually. Yeah, I can get a nice angle here. Maybe still get the ult off. Ah, okay. Rest in peace. Okay, my team will probably make up for it. The thing is though, which was super annoying, is that I thought they would clump up if I grasped it, which they actually didn't. Okay, but everyone is dead, so we can probably end the game here. I think apart from the perfect execution, which I didn't have mid-game, I think the early game was actually quite good. Definitely get something out of that. The basic ideas of the mid to late game were also quite nice. I just mis-executed fights like this. And also we had to fight a bit with some ping problems, but overall I think this was a pretty nice game to illustrate how you can still kill your opponents with Ignite. Like, this playstyle is 100% worth it. Actually, we can't even end. I actually thought that we could probably end the game here, but actually not the case. So let's go for the dragon. Oh, there's a TP actually from the way, I think. This could theoretically end badly. But my team is just too good, I guess. Go ice here, keep the set away. Just E-auto. I mean, I have my R up in the moment, basically. So what I'll do is I'll actually just use R and then flash behind in order to dash the brand into the wall there. And I think together with Seraphine and with Vayne we can probably end the game. And it's about time. I mean, we are quite far ahead. So it's actually a bit weird. Oh, that was actually quite close. No, please just end. There is no reason to stall the game out for a longer time. Yeah, so that was actually a pretty nice game. Our early game and mid game conversion was actually quite nice. And I think that this is a great way to move on to the Masters game. Alright, here we are again, playing in Masters Elo actually. So this is the last step of the mountain, right? I mean, not really, obviously Grandmaster, Challenger are like the top of the mountain, but Masters is pretty close to it. So here we are, playing in Masters, and it looks like we have a Vel'Koz lane. It could also be that the fourth pick here is actually the mid laner, because obviously they could also be playing Vel'Koz support together with Twitch. That's also viable, and we just have to wait and see what they are actually doing. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so they have an Ambessa. Yeah, it could also be Ambessa top, Nunu jungle. So they have Ambessa and Mordekaiser. No matter who I'm laning against, there is no kill threat. So what we have to do is we basically have to go TP here. We are going for Ultimate Hunter. And I think I will be going for Cutdown here. Our build will definitely be Humos, and I'll just try to impact the map here, because I'm probably laning it into a Mordekaiser here. Not the first time I've seen that lane. It's very tragic though, because he just like, with that pick, he just kills any opportunity to get good trades on. So yeah, the enemy team is actually a little bit weird. I do like the Darius pick though. I think Darius is really good into Ambessa, really good into Mordekaiser, really good into Nunu as well. Because you can also interrupt the ult. And yeah, I think Soraka is also quite nice into Valkos, simply because she can ult when he ults, so we don't die. And same goes with Twitch, right? So that's actually quite nice. I would actually go for the white chroma here, because why not? And now we can actually jump into the champ select, where we can talk about our matchup depending on who we are actually playing against. Okay, so we are playing against Mordekaiser here. We have a Rek'Sai Qiyana versus Mordekaiser Nunu. We easily win early on. Like, I can guarantee you that we will actually be winning early on. Gotta free myself, I had the headset on the entire day. Because Rek'Sai Qiyana early on is super strong. I can guarantee you that. And against Mordekaiser, I am really just looking to not lose too much HP early on. That's the only thing I want to do. Farm really well. I will sacrifice my HP for minions that I have to go for, okay? So you have to treat your HP as a resource. And then just try to CS as well as possible. I don't know if I will win this game or not. But if this game is played out well by me, I'll post it anyways. So let's actually see how this one goes. So we do actually have, as I said, the Mordekaiser matchup here. He does have Conqueror and Bone Plating. Guys, you are not getting trades. Don't even try. I mean, just let the wave come into you. Play it simple. Farm well and try to go from there, basically. That's the only thing you can do. And it would also be super nice if my Soraka wouldn't die here. Alright, so yeah, let's actually take a look at how this game goes. Just staying on the tower here. I will also walk onto this side of the map, just in case Mordekaiser decides to ward. I'm not placing a ward right now. I mean, we just saw them. We just saw Ambessa going top. I honestly think we are fine not placing the ward this time, because it's quite obvious that Nunu will gank a lot, so I just have to keep the wave on my side of the map anyways, all game basically. There is no way I do anything else. So we are actually just chilling here. I will try to go for minions if he walks up too close, and I cannot go for them. It is what it is. This will probably be a Q start, I think. Just like that. Okay, I actually couldn't dodge out the Q, sadly, but it's fine. As I said, we are using our HP to get minions. I'm not looking for trades. Auto Q to get the minion, because it actually ran into tower range there. That was actually in range. That's very interesting. Okay. He used that level up timer quite nicely. And now it's really important to stay out of his E range. I know it's annoying, but you just have to suffer with Qiyana in this elo bracket. It just happens to be this hard. It's basically what you sacrifice for having that strong skirmishing power, right? It's basically how the game just goes. Now I have to ping because Mordekaiser could actually be roaming here. I know it looks weird, but he could be doing that. And if he's looking for a roam and he can actually get it off, that's game over really fast. Okay, sadly I could not use a level up timer there. I'm actually just trying to get the minions here. We dodge out on both, and now E auto Q will give me a positive trade. Super nice. Because he messed up. But if he doesn't mess up like that... Okay, that's actually weird, because I 100% used that auto attack properly. But it actually didn't go through. That's actually a bit weird. And that's not how it's supposed to go. Okay, I actually did almost die. And Mordekaiser did get an auto, did get a shot by the tower though. So what I can do right now is I can actually just keep pushing this wave here. And I will grab Ice again just in case Nunu comes, because if Nunu comes I can just Ice Q the Nunu. And then I will not die. So that's actually quite nice. So let's Q those two minions and now take a reset. And this guy actually has to really go back here. I cannot help you, please. Please don't do it. And thankfully he's listening. We are in Masters, guys, so... I mean, it's low Masters, but still. People should actually start listening to you. If they don't, I mean, it's their fault, to be completely honest. Now you can TP and actually get boots here. So the thing is, guys, now even though I have Dirk, I'm still losing. Unless he really messes up, and I don't know what this guy is really doing here, to be honest. Because they have Nunu coming in, right? So there's no real reason to do this. I guess there was nothing else to do for the Jhin in this specific moment in time, so instead of walking in lane, he decided to roam, which is quite interesting. Alright, now there's a fight breaking out, and I really want to get this Nunu done. Just Q, perfectly fine, and now we can just walk back into the lane. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we already have 2 kills, quite nice. And we are actually just picking up what they give us, right? I really don't want to go for this though. Like, this is very bad in my opinion. So I'll actually just push this wave. And then I will actually walk bot. Also because this wave will actually give me level 6 here. I'm pretty sure, right? Actually, no, it won't. But I'm actually really close to it. Okay, now we can play some deep vision. Rek'Sai is now bot, but he will actually be top pretty soon. So what I can do is I can actually just place a ward topside, because I know that Rek'Sai will be topside soon, as I already mentioned. So we are actually just looking at it. Now I will hit level 6 in a moment. Exactly. And I really don't think that he can play like this. Like, I can just hold this wave right now and basically freeze. Which is super nice. I mean, those 2 kills really gave me the edge against this Mordekaiser. And as you can see, I'm not actively trying to trade against him. I'm really only doing stuff when he ints. This means if he actually wastes something, I am doing stuff. And now it's actually quite risky what this Rek'Sai is doing, so I have to push this wave right now. He's basically forcing me to do that. Because if something happens here and I'm not there, he will basically, like, ping the hell out of me. So now I'm coming. Place a ward here. And now I'm running away. Okay, not much gold. I mean, actually 800 gold until I have my Yumos. I could have taken a reset here. But I had to help my Rek'Sai, because if something happens then I'm not there, it's like really, really bad, so I had to just stay on the map and be there for stuff to happen, right? And now we are really just getting the minions here, playing it slow. Wow, I actually can't CS. In order to get our Yumos, nothing else, that's basically it. I'm not even trying to actively push the wave here, because I can't, it's Mordekaiser. He probably gets the push over me. I mean, I can try, I have a level advantage, and I'm pretty good with the gold here. So let's actually just eat to the Nunu here, get a nice angle in. And that's basically why you hold ice, guys, because you can just ice Q the Nunu and then walk around the ball, right? Alright, that's not going to hit. As you can see, I'm always standing outside of the range from Mordekaiser. And I really hate that my jungler wants to fight here, because I really don't want to do this. I'm sitting on so much gold. I really don't want to do it. The only thing I want to do right now is basically get my Yumos. And then come back to lane. And then try to do stuff on the map. But they just keep fighting here, and I really don't like this. So instead of committing to it, I mean, I'm pinging them back. I will just push this wave right now. Not caring at all. And I'll actually just take a reset here. I mean, I can also take one more plate and then take a reset actually, because they are so hard off tempo. So let's actually do that. One more auto here. And now take a reset. Because now I have my Yumos, and I think now is a great time to actually reset. Especially if Mordekaiser has TP. I cannot really stay to take another wave. Let's now sweep and actually grab a pink ward. And now you could say and argue you should have taken a reset earlier, so you have more gold that you spent. And with that gold you could have went for that fight. Yes, you can make that argument. But now I'm on the map with a full item, having ult and dragon is up, guys. And I don't really mind that, honestly. I'm in a really good position to get a trade in now. Twitch does have a cooldown. So what I can easily do, E auto Q, I can actually just start trading now because I'm so far ahead. I have a full item, as I already mentioned. My entire team is basically here.
This place will be
Exactly, and now honestly, the only thing I have to do is finish off the Mordekaiser. Simply because I had an item lead, guys. Why did I have that item lead? Because I greeded for the gold for it. So that's actually how you can even kill a Mordekaiser with Qiyana in Masters. Let's now actually just push in this wave and take a reset again. I really like to skip tier 2 boots and to just build into my profane here. So this is exactly what I will do, guys. I'm not doing anything offbeat, I'm just playing item-wise as I was playing in the lower elos as well. So now we are walking back into the lane and we are looking for windows. My TP is up in 8 seconds, guys. This is the empowered TP. You have to be super, super intentional with your TPs now. It's very important. I'm not TPing into lane or anything right now. Now I'm TPing to make plays. I either want to make a play bot or I want to make a play top. And then while making that play, what I'll be doing is I will either TP back into lane from roaming, or I will just TP to the play. For example, now I will preemptively TP here, because I see that something is going on, right? Perfect. Amazing, and now I can actually just walk back into the lane, see? And that's why you hold your TP, and that's why using your TP properly is so important. You need to be on the map for those plays with Qiyana. She is a champion that needs those plays. She is made for them, guys. These are the skirmishes and fights you need. We just got 2 kills, and now what I'm doing is I'm actually just pushing in the wave. See? And imagine I TP to a different spot there. That would be completely terrible. Like, that is not something you should be doing. So now we will just get another minion here, and now I'm actually looking bot. Okay, that's actually a bit sad. Really? That's interesting. Okay, I think he flashed. Fist actually, Twitch actually flashed me there. And this is honestly pretty game losing because I just gave Twitch a 266 gold shutdown. That is pretty terrible, to be completely honest. Alright, but it's fine. It's not the end of the game for us. We can still play around it. Actually, I should be playing around top lane a lot more. I don't think I should have roamed bot there. That bot lane roam was really, really bad. Simply because my team is so far behind bot side, but top side is looking really nice. So this is something you have to do, guys, and this is a learning for you as well. Play around the side that's already winning. Because look what's happening. If I'm playing around the side that's losing, I'm going to lose. It's that simple. Fizz could be roaming top here. He has to be super careful. Fizz could easily be top, and Mbessa is already there, actually. Dude, why am I always saying Fizz, though? It's Twitch, dude. I cannot talk, actually. And I still don't know where they are. So I'm now running top. Getting the kill onto this Mordekaiser, right? I will also use my Humos, and I know that he is still standing in this bush. Beautiful. We get 2 kills, because we are in time. And without Humos, guys, you will not be in time for that, by the way. You know exactly you wouldn't be in time for that without Humos. It's not going to happen, boys. But since I have Humos, I was in time, and it was actually perfect. Beautiful. Now we can actually push in this wave. Darius is going mid. Perfect macro here by him. Going top or anything like that would be completely trolled. Thankfully, he's not doing that. And now we can actually just take a reset. Actually, I can just stay, wait for the next wave. And just keep pushing here, because I'm really close to Profane, and getting Profane together with Humos. Come on, guys. That is just really, really nice. So I would actually be super strong here. I will honestly wait for the Nunu to recall here. I don't want the Nunu to stay. Because she could maybe interrupt my back or something, which is just something I wouldn't like at all. And now I will even wait for the next wave. I'll just wait for Ambessa to push it in. I don't even know if I beat Ambessa. I don't really have ult. So yeah, not really something I want to do, right? It's actually a bit sus. Really well played by the Rek'Sai though. Okay. Twitch actually got 2 kills again. I don't like that at all. And now we are just taking a reset. Because I can buy my Profane. I'll just wait for this. Alright, and I have TP up in a moment actually. We can probably make a really nice play here. This is beautiful. It's actually beautiful. Get a really nice shutdown onto the Twitch right there. And now I will actually go top together with the Darius and actually kill this Ambessa. Because there's nothing to push for me, there's nothing to do. I'll actually just get the Scuttle Crab right now. I could have checked that bush for a ping actually, but who cares. And now I'll wait for my Darius to be there. And I'll just stay in this bush. You need to find opportunities, boys, and one of those opportunities is to kill this Ambessa right now.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It's not a replay. It's an omelette.
I mean, actually we got the ult, right? So, man, that's kind of nice, I guess. But my tower is probably getting shut down now. I actually thought we could get a kill, but that was actually not the case. This will give us the top lane tower most likely, because I think that my Rek'Sai can actually clean up. They have to be super careful here. Alright, and now we can actually start fighting into this Renekton, into this Mordecai. I don't know what's wrong with my names today. Alright, and now we will actually just be waiting here, right? I mean, Twitch is alive, I have to be super careful. He's the only target I have. Exactly, and now we can end up killing the Mordecai's up. Perfect. So my job is really just to kill this Twitch. If this Twitch is alive, it's my bad, basically. And I have to keep my flash for this Twitch. Everything I do is for this Twitch, because he is the only win condition. Look at the enemy team, guys. It's the only win condition the enemy team actually has. So there is no point, literally no point, in killing anyone else or like focusing anyone else apart from this Twitch. I mean, this is quite annoying. Just hit a Q here, wait for my Rek'Sai to tank this. Q, W, E, Q, and now we have to run. Alright, let's actually kill this thing right here. Honestly, we can probably play this though. Like, we have a Soraka here. And no one else is there, so... This should be actually pretty easy, no? He has no ult as well. Perfect. Get another kill. And now we can actually just take a reset. I will go top here. It's probably the best lane assignment. My Darius is doing a good job weak siding. Like, he's just enabling us to make so many plays. Because we are not inting. So that's actually really, really important. So, great job by him. As you can see, the teammates are definitely getting better. Even though, like, my Jhin is 2 and 4. Don't get me wrong. Right? He is not playing the best game of his life. But the thing that he's doing is that he's always trying, and that's something I really value in a player. And that's something that in low elos most of the time just gets lost, right? I mean, he should be able to get him right. Do I actually have to run him down here? I don't. Beautiful. I will just go bot. I'll go bot, bro. You can stay mid. Ah, yeah. Alright, I'll just go bot lane right now, and I hope that my Jhin will go mid lane. What is he doing? Okay, now I actually have to defend mid, because he is being drunk or something. I don't really know, to be honest. It's a bit weird. But it's alright. We'll actually just push this wave. And I will actually just walk bot lane now. You don't really want to be mid lane as Qiyana when it comes to the mid to late game. It's not something you want to be doing. You really want to be side laning, guys. You want to catch those waves, and you really want to get every advantage you can get on the side lane. This means that you are pushing in waves, then you want to shove. So you want to shove this wave, for example, right? I probably can't shove the next one, because that would simply be too dangerous. So what I'm doing now is I'm shoving this wave, I'm getting a level up, which gives me additional stats, and now I'm like running mid lane. Now I'm looking at stuff that's happening. I'm basically just running into this area right here. And I'm really just looking for stuff to happen. And now I see, okay, there's a fight breaking out. So now, look, now I'm here. Oh, who would have thought? Oh, I might die though, actually. Yeah, but Noodle will die too for that, which is actually quite nice. And I think if my Darius comes here, we should actually have a great time playing. But he is actually a bit late. So I went for that play, which is totally the right call in my opinion. It's just that I probably misplayed that a bit with the ult, right? Oh, that's almost beautiful. Almost. Okay. Twitch actually still died to the burn. That's just nasty. I can basically DP onto this. The thing is, this DP wouldn't give me as much, I think. I mean, yeah, we can just kill the guy. And that's basically a Baron, isn't it? Yeah, that's a free Baron. As you can also see, Twitch is still dead. So we can get control here and we can easily do Baron. So this DP was actually nice. I actually didn't realize that Twitch was dead as well, and we can actually just get the control here and actually do the objective. Considering that our Jhin is coming here, but she is. It's Masters, guys. People do know how to play the game. I know there's this meme about low Masters, but people actually do know how to play the game. Alright, so let's actually queue the minions here. The Baron. I don't know why I can't talk. I mean, it's been like the 7th game that I've recorded, so I can actually understand that my concentration might go down a little bit. Now I'll actually just ult the Baron here. And I'll try to get out. My Darius can actually tank for us. Alright, amazing. Perfect, we get a nice little kill. And now we can actually chase down this minion. Should be pretty easy. I don't think that Nunu will ever get out here. Yeah, this is really easy. I actually messed that combo up a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. What I will do now is I will actually just push out mid lane, and now we will actually get the dragon. So we are playing a pretty damn nice game so far, I'm not gonna lie. That one fight here was a bit sus. You have to take a look at that and see how you can actually improve your team fighting there. So I should have probably played this a lot slower and just waited until I can actually see Twitch. Because Twitch is the only person that matters, as I already mentioned. Now 3 people are top, so this dragon is actually just completely free. It's like not even close. Midland tower is not falling. I could have maybe used an auto attack there. Didn't see that. And now we are just pressuring. And I will actually just try to get some nice calls in here. And actually create some pressure. But I don't really want to be... So the only thing I'm doing is using my Qs. As I said, I don't really want to use ult. Ult is for Twitch, boys. Ult is for Twitch. So Twitch died. So why did he die? Also because I used orb, but simply because he like messed up, right? This guy literally just didn't manage to position well. So the only thing I'm looking for is this Twitch. Like he is the main source of pain for us. Exactly, now we can actually just get this tower. And with the Baron buff that we have, this could actually lead into an early end, which would be super nice. But they will probably just defend, and the only thing we will probably get is a nice little inhibitor, I thought, but since Mordekaiser just entered, it could actually be an end. We just have to be super careful here because of Twitch. So I'll stay away, and when he comes I will actually just flash. Oh damn, okay, I actually entered that. But Twitch is dead. So my job is basically done. I think I did my job quite nicely this game. And yeah, pretty nice game, honestly. Pretty nice game. We can just end here. And as you can see, if you get a lead early in an either like Masters or even like GM Challenger, what will happen is that people know how to close games a lot better than they do in early game, in like low elo. So what will happen is that you can just close games this fast, and it's pretty easy for you to get some nice wins. But this also means that if you get behind, it can be really hard to come back. So that's kind of this two-sided sword. But if you get a lead with Qiyana, you can extend that lead quite nicely by roaming, and I think I showed that in a pretty nice way this game. So let's give some honors away here. Guys, this is basically the educational Unranked to Masters. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I'd love for you to subscribe and to comment whatever you want, you know, for the algorithm. And also, guys, if you want to improve above and beyond just watching videos, make sure to actually check out my coaching, because I am 100% sure there's no better place to improve at Qiyana. Check that out, give me a shot, just DM me on Discord and join my Discord server below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, whatever time it is in your country right now. Peace out, have a nice one, I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.